Hi there, happy Monday. So, this week's topic is going to be on self pity. No, it's not a glamorous topic about self care, but it's necessary in the self care, self love process. So, what is self pity? So, self pity is a feeling of sadness. Specifically, it's a self focused feeling of sadness, sorrow, and pity about our own misfortunes or hardships that we're going through. And it's normally wrapped up in a sense of helplessness or victimhood and believing that our problems are much worse than everyone else's. So, in other words, our suffering is just so much worse than everyone else's suffering that they're going through. And then, why do people fall in a hole of self pity? So, I believe the major reason is, people feel overwhelmed, right? And then, in addition to feeling overwhelmed, they feel unsupported, right? So, think about if you have a troubling medical diagnosis that a medical provider gave you, or let's say you're in a legal predicament, or let's say you have a major life decision that you need to make. Let's say you need to move across the country, abroad, whatever, you don't have your family unit there. So, the first thing that an expert, provider, counsel will tell you is seek out a support system, somebody that, can help you throughout, your journey of what you're going through. And then if you don't have that support system, find a support group, create a unit of support, right? So if you don't have a support system, yeah, you can fall into a cavity of self pity that way, right? And then also comparing your struggles with others. And I'm sure I have mentioned this in another video that do not compare yourself with others. Literally, comparison is the thief of joy. So if you want to suck any happiness out of a moment or a situation, start comparing yourself to someone else. Don't do that, right? So comparing other struggles with yours and saying, hey, why does it seem like I'm always dealing with this person? Why does this always happen to me? Why was I born into this family? Whatever. Just no, don't do that. We're going to go ahead and have like a whole defense mechanism of combating this whole self-pity concept, right? And then also a reason could be you're seeking validation or comfort that you're not getting, right? So that could be another reason of falling into a hole of self-pity. And then also avoiding responsibility. You're procrastinating. Let's say you have something huge that you need to take care of or a decision that you need to do and you're putting it off for whatever reason. And that can be another reason for self-pity. So what are the consequences of self-pity? They're huge, right? No one wants to be in that pocket, even though you could be in it and you're not identifying that you're in it. It's not a fun place to be. So one of the major consequences of self-pity, I would say, is you feel stuck, right? It's like a total emotional paralysis. So being paralyzed, of course, is not fun, especially, emotionally. And then also it damages our resilience, right? And also our problem solving abilities. Think about it. When you're in that space of self pity, whether you have acknowledged it or not, your decision making skills regarding conflict resolution are flawed, right? And then you look around and you're thinking, man, this problem is still here. You know why the problem is still there? Because you haven't solved the problem. You haven't actively solved the problem. Either for whatever reason, you're putting a band-aid over it. Like I said, you're putting it off and doing whatever for whatever reason. That is a consequence of self-pity. It will severely impact you making good, solid problem-solving decisions or, impacting your problem-solving abilities, if you will. All right. And then it also reinforces a victim mindset, right? And we don't want a victim mindset. Even some situations, you're going to truly be the victim in a situation, right? And it's okay to go ahead and feel those feels, but you don't want to live there, right? You want to become victor, not victim. All right. So when you're a victim, you're constantly believing that, life is happening to you instead of for you, right? So we want to shift our mindset from that victim mindset to I'm going to be victorious in this situation. Now, are there healthier alternatives to dealing with this? Of course there are. So first thing, self-compassion. Like I've mentioned this in other videos before, give yourself lots of grace. All right. So acknowledge the pain, right? Whatever it is, whatever your circumstance is, without judgment. Give yourself the same kind of love that you would give a family member or somebody that you care about. Give yourself that same kind of kindness and grace and love. All right. And then this one is huge to me. Empower your thinking, right? You want to shift your mindset into not being victim status, right? Not, having a pity party for yourself. So instead of asking yourself, why me? Why does this keep happening? Why, why this, why that? Instead of asking yourself that, ask yourself, what can I do next for myself to be better? So just take the why me off, because why me is already like victim talk. So speak life into yourself, empower your thinking. All right. And then another healthier alternative, I would say, is a gratitude practice. Like here on this channel, before I even created the channel, I already knew that every week I was going to do something that was gratitude based. But we should be doing something daily that's gratitude based for ourselves, right? You should do something every day to say, hey, I'm going to go ahead and give myself some kind of like hug or whatever, right? You want to go ahead and shift your focus instead of asking yourself, what's wrong? What's wrong? This is wrong. That's wrong. Ask yourself, what is right? Because something is right. You woke up, right? So you have some kind of purpose. So give gratitude to all things, even if the things are small, because you notice how, we have something small and we never really give it any gratitude. Like, let's say, you found like $1 squished up in your pocket or your purse or your wallet or whatever, be thankful for that. You may think like, oh, it's only $1. Yeah, but you add 99 more to that, that's $100. So be grateful for every small gift, that you did not expect to get. Be grateful. All right. So have some type of gratitude. And then also keep the momentum. So everything that I just mentioned with alternatives, self-compassion, having that grace, and then also empowering your thinking, to make sure that you're not asking why me. You're asking, what else can I do to be better in this situation? How can I be stronger in the situation? And then having that gratitude practice, because the ideal is you don't want to sit there in that victim mindset. Now, is it difficult to go ahead and shift from victim to victor? Absolutely. It's hard. Are we able to do it? Absolutely. We can do it. Now, what will it require to do that? It will require lots of effort on our part. And then you may say, well, you know what? That sounds cliche, effort. But guess what? You're giving the victim mindset, you're giving that lots of effort, right? So shift it and give the victor mindset all of that effort, right? And then you can go ahead and turn you feeling like, oh, this isn't right, it's never going to work out. And so, yeah, it's going to work out. And I'm going to go ahead and execute all of the steps necessary to ensure that it does work out. So if this video has resonated with someone that sometimes they do fall in a hole of self-pity, and they want to go ahead and reframe and reshape that to look different, or someone that says, hey, I'm not going to, fall prey to that victim mindset. Nope, I'm going to do everything, this, that, and the third to make sure that I am victorious. Please like the video. If you would like to see more content related to self-care, self-love, shifting your mindset to be the best version of yourself, please subscribe to the channel. I would love to see you here. Otherwise, enjoy the rest of your Monday. Take care and be well.